people compare them to something like Hawaii mixed with Iceland. This is the green, the winter green of the Azores. So the islands of the Azores were formed by volcanic disruptions. That's why every single island has a caldera. And a quick stop in the town of Sete Cidades, in the volcano itself, surrounded by the rim. Check it out. What is happening, everyone? Welcome back to a brand new episode from the Azores here in Portugal. Just made it last night really late, and today starting off to explore the island of São Miguel here in Ponta Delgado. I keep saying Ponto, I have no idea why, but it's Ponta Delgado. The weather is fantastic for my taste, around 16-17 Celsius, no wind at the moment. But yeah, let me turn the camera around a little bit and show you guys the city, the Christmas decoration, the cathedral here in the main city. Beautiful brown, or yeah, brown and white. Not many people last night, not many people this morning. It is very early for some on a Sunday, but yeah, let's go and explore most likely the outskirts, the surrounding of Ponta Delgado. We're gonna see some craters, some lakes, some lush, and a few more other things. So stay tuned from the Azores in Portugal. More of the beautiful architecture of the city, completely deserted. Trying to find some decent coffee. Had one, but that's not enough. That's like the appetizer in order to get the day underway. But beautiful pavement all throughout. I forgot to show you guys the Star Avenue right in front of the church, but most likely in later footage. But yeah, let's go and explore the island of São Miguel. And the first glimpse of the beautiful greenery of the Azores. So yeah, this is the green, the winter green of the Azores. Still superb like spring. And although from time to time the wind is blowing, it's definitely not as hard as I expected. Everyone online was saying that the winds can get really hard here, but so far so good. Fingers crossed for me to able to fly the drone here in a little bit. But yeah, when I think of the Azores, this is the view that I was thinking. The green lush is gonna get way better. And yeah, you'll find out why here in a little bit. So here's the deal. Everywhere you go, pretty much on the island of São Miguel, you can stop every kilometer or so and take some nice views in. Check this out. Everywhere you go, I mean, you gotta choose. I'm gonna go there and gonna stick with the plan a little bit, because if not, you'll be derailed every single corner. So the islands of the Azores were formed by volcanic disruptions. That's why every single island has a caldera. Yeah, with a little bit of luck, we'll see some of those formation. And if I'm a little bit lucky with the wind and flying the drone, you'll get a way better view. That way you can see the complete shape of the volcano. And this looks like a little bridge, little aqueduct. All covered in moss, all covered in lush. Yeah, so if you do come to the Azores, or if you're built on the Azores, you'll get covered in greenery at one point. The superb trails heading over to one of the viewpoints, probably the most famous symbolic viewpoint on the island of São Miguel, Boca do Inferno. And again, I'm not gonna mention the greenery anymore because it's gonna be too redundant. But what I'm going to mention, and I'm gonna show you guys in a little bit, is the diversity of trees that they have here. They have pines, they have palms, they have, you know, you name it. It's here one way or the other. Check it out. Probably gonna go a little bit in the forest and use the wide lens on the phone camera to show you the gigantic pines that we have passed covered in moss. So yeah, definitely fingers crossed in order to fly the drone, because the views are spectacular. So here's a quick little tip: rather than go where everyone is just because the road looks really nice, like it's flowing into the lakes, rather go a little bit to the left where there's no one whatsoever, and you're gonna get the greatest view of one of the calderas. Check it out right here. This is the one with the pure green turquoise waters when the sun is a little bit out. So doing the research on the Azores, some people compare them to something like Hawaii mixed with Iceland. Well, you can definitely tell by looking at some of the cliffs here, and when the sun peeks out a little bit, check out that spot of light right there. You can see how, you know, you get an otherly world view when the sun and nature mixes all together. Yeah, and probably the reason, you know, a lot of people do like that Mirador. There's a little bit more space there, and the road forms like a ring road around that caldera, and you can see the ocean in the back. But again, in my opinion, go left. That way you can see the turquoise waters and you get a full view of the caldera surrounded by the pine trees. And again, pine trees, palm trees, you get them all here on the island of San Miguel.
Wow.
The weather did change a little bit, even though we expect it to be quite windy. It's t-shirt and shorts time. Definitely feels good escaping the cold, well, incoming cold winter winds of Eastern Europe. It was really cold in Sibiu when I left, and it was really cold on the little layover we had in Stansted, and we felt that even in the airport. It felt like they were trying to combine the ambience from outside inside the airport. But definitely feels a little bit of relief to take off your shirt, your long sleeve shirt, and a better view of all three lakes here. Check it out. So I did manage to fly the drone, and rather than me blabbing about how beautiful it is and how green it is and all that stuff, I'm just gonna let the footage talk. So here are the drone footages from Boca de Inferno here on San Miguel Island. And as I was mentioning regarding the pine trees, the abundance, the mix of flora, check it out. Superb pine trees spearing towards the sky. And everywhere you look, moss covering. There was another spot. Ooh, the sun. The sun came out a little bit. Yeah, there was another spot where the trees were completely covered in moss. So I'm gonna try to stop there as well on the way back and film a little bit. So here's the beauty of the Azores. You never know when you're gonna find one of these spots. Check out this rail covered in moss. These stairs going who knows where. And like I was mentioning, the moss on the trees. Outstanding. More outstanding lush. And on the way out, heading back towards the road, don't forget to stop at Lago di Canario, Canaria, whatever you want to call it. Outstanding views from here as well, with the pines. Looks like a painting. And a quick stop in the town of Sete Cidades, in the volcano itself, surrounded by the rim. Check it out. We stopped at a little supermarket, but the smell, I mean, someone is cutting grass as well, but there's so many flowers along the way that it smells so refreshing. So this is what you call a rooftop view. If you book the penthouse with us, this is the view that you're gonna get. And another panorama point that you could have got until this hotel has been purchased, but yeah, no longer. You cannot go in anymore. And yeah, we just stopped on the way to more of the other views because there are a whole bunch. So yeah, this was just one stop, but it looks like the Chinese, which bought the hotel, put a stop so you can't go up in the hotel anymore. Well, I lied. It looks like there's a way in. Someone got a little bit frustrated. So yeah, let's see if we can get in. So let's see what type of view you could have got if you stayed at this hotel. Superb indeed. Just by the road.